Hello, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. I've been just going around collecting stuff, doing the puzzles. I even got a text from the Hexanexus, which I had to read immediately, and then they said they want to meet in person over in the Alchemy Commission or something. Right. Let's go through our texts. Then we'll go about doing the daily mission, and let's do the main Trailblaze mission. Alright, Qingche, have you... hey, I'm gonna cut to the chase. Have you heard from Qingche lately? Who's Qingche? We haven't talked to him in a while. Tell me to wait for updates. Yeah, who's Qingche? Who's Qingche? Who's Qingche again? Wow, you sure forget things fast. Let me show you some keywords to jog your memory. The Master's Dream, Arsenship Commission Apprentice, the person who only worked on his dream for 3 days. We haven't talked for a while. I don't know him. Sorry, I don't know him. You either only have 7 seconds of memory, or you haven't talked to him for too long, or your enthusiasm was hurt by his laziness. I'm not a close friend of his, but since he's my game mate, I'm still quite worried whether his mental state is fit to play with me in the future. So let's go check up on him. I'll see you in the Arsenship Commission. Continued, okay. Very good. On the doorsteps of science, Regan. Ah, dang it. What, dang it, Regan?
It's
Before we get there, though.
Where to now?
Where to now? To Zhongshan. Hello, Cascade. Remember to... my work on the Shinto draws to a close. Now a traveler like me is about to start my next adventure. You're leaving? It's been a fun few days. Oh. So I left you a little gift and letter before I went away. Remember to pick those up from Heron Express in Exalting Sanctum. You're leaving? Where are you going next? Zhongshan? Bestial Ferocity. The end. Well, I guess we can finish it off. I don't know. If I have extra time in the end, I guess. I'm gonna prioritize doing the Trailblaze mission. It is what that's called, right? Yeah, Trailblaze mission. I said Trailblaze Quest in my descripto, so I might have to change that. Hello, Reagan.
It's coming.
Yeah, about this thesis. Here's that for sore eyes. It's been ages. Has the Ministry of Education sent anything? Go on, help me find out. I won't pin my hopes on it. Don't forget to pay your bills once everything's done and dusted. You non-scientists are always like this. All you think about is money, money, and more money. Rest assured, you are the first to ever do so much for me. I, Regan, will definitely make it all worth your trouble. In the end. You know, I could. There wouldn't be that much trouble if I just went straight to
Come around.
Brunya.
And have a look.
Well, anyway. Actually, I just realized. I've finished her build. So, I can just remove it. I just get rid of it and then I can go back to my Destructo path. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of it. I'll switch to Destructo then. Alright, which one was I? I think is this, the tower, of course. Recommended gear.
Hmm? Noise.
Need some better relics. Defense? My defense? Nice HP would be better.
Hmm? Noise.
Maybe I'll see if I can get better stuff for Redolent Arena.
Noise.
It's the guy again. Miss Abova, the matter is not worth your personal intervention. These self-proclaimed scientists are a dime a dozen. We throw out dozens of them every year. Not a problem. This citizen has completed 2 rounds of testing. For a proper procedure, my attendance is required next. Now you come too. Let me introduce to you Minister Bova, Balabug's Minister of Education. Greetings, young lady. You have already passed 2 rounds of testing. Now you have the chance to personally hand me your thesis. However, there's one last hurdle that stands before you. I'll ask you 2 questions, both of which must be answered correctly. These questions will be very challenging and you'll need wisdom to go with your general knowledge. Have you prepared yourself?
I don't want to answer any more questions.
Don't be like that. The fact I'm even meeting with you means I'm interested in your prowess. If you're ready, then let's begin. The first question is... 58 makes first snow, and first snow makes 0. What? 39 makes summer shade bamboo, and summer shade bamboo makes 14. 99 makes ball peony, and ball peony makes 8. 27 makes sunshine, and sunshine makes 4. What is the sum of first snow, summer shade bamboo, ball peony, and sunshine together? Okay, just add all the numbers together. Okay, what is that? 12. 12 plus 14 is 26. What? Yeah, it's 26. But there's no answer of 26. Makes no damn sense. So maybe it's the numbers in the preceding. Alright. Eight, 6, 3, 3, 19, 'The first question is... It's the 4 winds. Yes. What? No matter. Looks like this is as far as you come then. However, don't be discouraged. I'm being utterly sincere with you. All a bright youngster like you lacks is formal education. I can arrange some lessons for you any time, should you have the inclination. I quite admire you. You're so smart. With a little training, you'll definitely be able to answer these questions and then turn in that paper to me. Till we meet again, youngster.
So long. Alright, did you hear what Minister Bova said? Move on then. But you really are quite smart. Let's give it another try next time. No. Actually, don't come back. It's too much hassle.
Tell Regan the bad news. I don't even know why I tried to work it out.
Come around and have a look. And there it goes.
About this thesis.
Ah, yes, that's right. And what of it? Has the paper been submitted yet?
Sorry. Why is the question so hard?
Did you run into Minister Bova? I'm telling you, this old codger's the meanest of the lot. Sure, others might hurl out difficult questions, but at least they're always within the realm of math. This old man gives you mind-bending riddles. For a forthright academic like me, it's frankly humiliating. You've met the inscrutable Minister Bova now and his cryptic questions, so you now know how frustrating things usually are for me. But that's alright. Misery loves company. As a scientist, I've had to swallow many a bitter pill over the years. I'm guessing you're the same? Having said that, I'm still curious. What was the question that Bova stumped you with? Come on, and tell me.
Describe Regan the question posed by Minister Bova.
This guy. Now that's a thorny question. It's a real mindbender. I can't think up answers for these two questions yet. One question, I haven't gotten to the second. So be it. Seems like the world's not quite ready for a theory as mighty as my big universe time tunnel theory. And even though it came to nothing, it doesn't matter. I still have to give you my thanks. It's been years since anyone cared about my thesis. I know I come across as blunt, but I really am grateful to you. Who knows, perhaps it's best that my thesis is rejected. Maybe I can come up with some new scientific theory. Please, take this. You deserve it. For helping me with everything.
That's right. Now I can actually upgrade Pella's Lego.
Ascend. Fantastic. And I can't... Okay, now that was just half of it. I need the other half, please. Wonder if I can answer the question again.
Come around and have a look.
Serval's phonetic wait, what?
Lady Serval. My Lady Serval. Who are you? Ah, I know. You're a loyal servant of the Lady Serval. You've come to admire her radiant beauty, right? It's true. I am her fan. I'm a Silverman guard responding to her report.
Yeah, I am her fan.
I never imagined to meet another fan here. Especially someone like me who enjoys climbing onto the workshop window to see Lady Serval's beautiful face up close all day long without any obstructions. So, you strike me as a bold person. Can I ask you for a favor?
I think you got the wrong impression.
How can you tell?
You're not about to ask me to go take a picture, are you?
Yeah. You're so smart. Just what I expect from a fellow fan of Lady Serval. In fact, I was just about to ask if you could help take a picture of Lady Serval. Is that alright? This goes against public order and common decency. Leave it to me. My goodness, you really are a good person. Don't worry, taking a picture of Lady Serval is just another form of preservation. Probably. Please handle this for me. Should I help her? Or maybe go and tell Serval?
Why not do both?
It's time to take Serval's picture. Or tell her.
Hey, Serval.
Now, what am I gonna call this new song?
It's the Trailblaze Cascade. Welcome to the workshop. Now, I want to talk with you about your manic fans. Did you get the picture? Let me see. Yeah, not bad. I want to get you to take my picture for a magazine cover. Anyway, get that picture to her. If she isn't satisfied, then come back. I'm free anytime. You really are a good person. Aren't you worried she will hurt you? Hurt me? Impossible. I cut myself off from my family and I'm still a prominent public figure in Bellabog. No one would dare lay a finger on me. Relax. I've been aware of that fan for quite a while now. If she had ill intentions, she has had more than enough opportunities to act on them. Why would she make you come here and take a photo, right? Well, go on, fulfill her dreams. I mean, could you sign it too? Maybe I can get her to give me some money for it. You took Lady Serval's picture. Here you go. The face. The nose. The eyes. Lady Serval truly is just too perfect. She's as beautiful as the Supreme Guardian. Oh. I'm so lucky to be alive now. I've had the opportunity to see something so perfect. Save me. I think Lady Serval has caused my heart to skip several beats. I want to hang Lady Serval's picture on my headboard. That way I can see her every day. Headboard? Until we meet again, my fellow fan. I need to go and recover. I hope that the next time we meet, we all can have a new picture of Lady Serval. Alright. Manya.
Making a point?
Can't answer the question again. She. Oh well. Alright, let's actually go through the main story now. No, there's nothing else. Let's do this. So this is gonna take my frames a bit. What on earth is Junction up to? Let me take a look at this cycling stand. Oh, that's the thingy. Side quest.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Yes. By taking me there. I like how last time it didn't really impede me that Jing Yuan was still there as a hologram. Who's is down for the count? Investigate. Oh, dang it. Open it. A synthetic voice as smooth as silk forms in your mind. The Interastral Peace Corporation, IPC, is a top-notch pan-cosmic mega-enterprise. It has a foothold in many worlds and is in control of the civilizations of over 10,000 planets. In the name of Klipoth, the Firmament Arbiter, they keep trillions of living beings under protection. The alliance between Shenzhou and the IPC was formed in 2022 SC. Let's see. The Balladians, a mercantile race, acted as a go-between and helped Shinto become an important member of the pan-cosmic business network. IPC adopts a cautious and neutral stance in interstellar disputes, as the corporation only trades and exchanges information related to business with its allies. Gaining its support in war is out of the question. No. List of arch enemies, Abomination Scroll. Contents: Borisons, Wingweavers, Hunhims, Biscorpi. I've never heard of Hunhims. Don't know why there's always a system error. Cobra Kinds. Never heard of Cobra Kinds. I've heard of Heliobi. Right, now I remember where Heliobi came from. They're the things in the crucibles, the furnace. Glossary, the Heliobi. Order Shapeless. Family Spirit Essence. Subspecies Heliobus. Summary. The Heliobi are ancient enemies of the Alliance. They are a rare species among the abominations of abundance, belonging to the Order of Shapeless and the race of extraneous demons. The original planet remains unknown. As indicated by its biological classification, Heliobi are pure energy entities without a set form. Records from many civilizations have named them the Shapeless or Starfire Essence. The Heliobi love to parasitize others and control bodies of blood and flesh. Commonly a humanoid sentient race, experiencing through this the various alterations in the nervous system triggered by emotions. This behavior of emotion consumption satiates the shapeless Heliobi. The host will uncontrollably conduct stimulating behaviors such as binge eating, impulsiveness, self-mutilation, or destruction. To please the Heliobi within them, in exchange for the Heliobi's powerful abilities, the process of Heliobi taming the host's psyche is a process of expending the host's physical body without replenishment. According to the history of the Shinzo, our contact with the Heliobi can be traced back to the Lone Voyage era, before the Shinto natives turned into a long-life species. At that time, the 9 Shinto ships sailing among the stars came into contact with various outrageous and miraculous life forms, and they battled, and then they caused a black hole, and then stuff like that, including the Heliobi. This race penetrated the ship's vaults to appear before our ancestors, declaring themselves as a shapeless and rootless race, beseeching Shinto to give them a safe birth. The Heliobi are adept at creating mirages and illusions to tempt humans. Thus humans became addicted to these wondrous creatures of pure energy and indulged in frolicking with them. But they soon exposed their true colors. The Heliobi tried to take human bodies, drain the emotions, and control their will. Such is the so-called possession tragedy, from which the Shinto Juming suffered the greatest. Thankfully, the Shinto artisans ultimately bound the Heliobi within shapeless prisons and sentenced them to provide energy for Shinto for all eternity. Yeah. This lasted till the end of the flaming catastrophe war against the denizens of abundance, when a hero broke the seal binding the Heliobi, then took the power. That's Lan. Made an alliance with them and rely on their power to defeat the army of Moldrasil. Yeah, a planet where it also had a tree. After that campaign, the Heliobi was also severely diminished. Its leaders were once again imprisoned and sealed in various Shinto ships shackling prisons. It cannot be ascertained whether any remnants may have escaped from the Shinto, but no traces of them have been found among the stars since. Note, a small number of academics believe in the legend of the Rainbow Arbiter is none other than his Anonymous. Then this anonymous Shinto hero ascended, with the sign of their divinity being the Lux arrow they fired to sever the ambrosial arbor. This myth must not be believed. It's a myth? Must not be believed. But I thought it was him. Physiology. When Heliobi appear, electrical equipment will detect some sort of highly intensive electromagnetic wave emission. As a creature of the shapeless order, it can avoid the emission range of visible light and disappear from human sight. However, in order for the host to notice them, They will usually appear as a ball of heartless teal fire. That is also why they are called Starfire Essence. Like how humans push physical objects, individual heliobi can also alter the energy balance of an area, freely converting energy from one type to another. Through manipulating energy, they can create visual images, make fire or ice, and produce vibration. This made heliobi appear as gods or demons to primitive civilizations. Based on the size of the individual's fire, one can judge the strength of that heliobus and how much energy it can master. As an individual heliobus possesses more and more hosts over time, it would also slowly develop a personality. It would also slowly develop a personality and become distinctively different from its kin. Records in the Ten Lords Commission surmise that this race learns from the host's brains through their parasitism. Oh. Technology. The heliobi have never developed any technology. They don't really need to. They have a certain level of repulsion against advanced technical equipment due to the race's ability to manipulate energy. Politics. Though heliobi are recognized as an abomination of abundance, they rarely appeared as a part of the denizens of Abundance legions. On the contrary, they had once allied with Shinto, for a very short duration only. See above for specific circumstances. It has been at least 6,000 years since the heliobi were subdued, making it virtually impossible to study its social organization. Some records indicate that individual heliobus can fuse with each other to create a bigger fire. The lines of prescripts recorded at the bottom of the dossier. I heard the Shenzhou Juming has one of these demons sealed inside. That's right, folks from the Juming call it a Flint Emperor. Actually, doesn't our Arsenship Commission still have a presence like that? Qingsu. It's pretty dangerous. Well, Juming residents do love to play with fire. Qingsu. Flint Emperor. The Juming. The play on this file repository is enabled Nemesis, Ruin. Ruin author? You pull out a random scroll. When you open it, a synthetic voice as smooth as silk forms in your mind. The Lord Ravagers are the emanators chosen by Nanook, the Ruin author, and are the leaders of the Antimatter Legion troops. They are given the power of destruction to bring death and havoc to worlds. Rumor has it that Nanook has 7 Lord Ravagers, each representing one of the 7 extremes of destruction. Oh. 7 extremes of destruction, can you label it? There is little information available about them, and the names of at least 4 of them are still unknown. The Divination Commission can only infer their existence from various observational records and intel. Alright, let me have it. It probably says it. Okay. Lord Ravager, Doomsday Beast, Trampler, Void Ranger, Baryon, Anti-Baryon. Lord Ravager. Category: their identities are not fixed and are based on species of origin. To be honest, they kinda remind me of heliobi. Well, at least Fantilia did. Summary. A Lord Ravager is an emanator who oversees many divisions in the Antimatter Legion, and he's selected by the Ruin author, Nanook. Or maybe Fantilia is a heliobi. Because, of how they possess people and lead them to self-destruction. Must be. Despite the countless worlds, civilizations, and lives that Nanook has annihilated, they still leave a pathway open to delay the doomsday of some powerful victims who obey their will, or who even step gleefully onto the path of destruction. Endowed with the powers of destruction, these creatures are twisted into dreadful Lord Ravagers. Rumor has it that Nanook has 7 overlords, each representing one of the 7 extremes of destruction, but so far we have yet to find any specific data on these 7 overlords. Alliance observational records, corporation intelligence networks, there's barely any useful information out there on this. After all, there are no remnants by definition wherever destruction goes.
And that includes information. At least 4 of the overlords remain a complete mystery, and can only be distinguished by their affinity for destruction. Observational records, Zephyro. With a terrifying reputation as a one-man army, Zephyro is the most passionate overlord about violent destruction. Zephyro is obsessed with the raw power and beauty of things, just as they burst open at the point of destruction. In the year 6804, on the star calendar, the sun of New Bethlehem was ignited, scorching its planetary surface with huge amounts of radiation and instantly turning it into glass. In year 7143 of the star calendar, a huge cyclone was stirred up, smashing the ecosystem of Aedirn into smithereens. In year 7658 of the star calendar, the moon shield's outer shell was drilled straight through, launching an attack on the planet core that crushed the entire world. These acts of destruction neatly encapsulated Scorching Flare's extreme passion for doomsday scenarios. Scorching Flare? Potential threat to the Alliance very high. Selenova. Selenova is the frontline general for the Ruin Author in Nanook. For some reason, defying logic, Selenova is Nanook's most frequently used general. Her troops spread throughout the cosmos, weaving a network of destruction between the stars. The Yao Qing, the Zhu Ming, and the Fang Hu ships all have records of fighting against Selenova's minions. Stella Roar is also the only emanator of destruction to board a Shenzhou ship. Is that another one of her names, Stella Roar? Records from the history of the Shenzhou have her requesting a ceasefire with the Shenzhou Zhuming around years 5700 of the star calendar, requesting a ship to change course and assist in attacking the homeworld of the Wingweavers. Potential threat to the Alliance very high. Iron Tomb. Iron Tomb's modus operandi is attacking technologically advanced civilizations. All survivors, without exception, recount the same experience, a complete intellectual collapse. In a flash, inorganic AI legions are paralyzed or turn against their mates. Outer space defense arrays begin targeting the home planet. Flying vehicles scatter at random like flies, unable to target the enemy. Iron Tomb's forte is attacking civilized worlds confident in their technology. Recently, the Shenzhou Yutre has produced intelligence about Iron Tombs attacking the Baranza Forge. We must guard against these attacks as soon as we can. Very high. Blank. This overlord's name has not been clearly identified, but they have left behind observational records. Stargazers of the Yutre once produced 152 consecutive years worth of observational records about the dead planet Syracuse 3. The Legion crept very slowly towards this front line, building up an advantage, exerting pressure, and chipping away at any resistance. Just like observing an ant colony, they watched their victim experience slow structural collapse. Similar phenomena also occurred during the depths of Red Babel, the Ogle Ring, and others. Speculation rose that behind the scenes lay an overlord with the calm, self-sufficient temperament of a chess grandmaster, pulling the strings of strife as it developed. So, strategist, huh? Blank. This overlord's name has not yet been identified, but left by observational records. Based on IPC records, at least 122 planets were plunged into chaos of unknown origin over the past 600 years, before the ultimate demise of the hands of the Antimatter Legion. Corporation investigators initially leaned toward these being isolated events, but all disaster assessment reports attribute these events to a single cause: spiritual disintegration. The internal conflict of belief systems, the crumbling of spiritual pillars, the collapse of trust within organized civilizations, and the complete abandonment of all hope. The Utre's Divination Commission believed that behind these series of events lurked an unseen Lord Ravager. Unknown. Blank. The Intelligentsia Guild has provided a light comparison map of the star zone around the Ivana chain. 1/3 of its stars have been extinguished by some unknown force for nearly 300 years, and it is beyond reason to suggest that this has occurred naturally. The Antimatter Legion roams freely across these worlds shrouded in darkness, raining down destruction upon this eternal nightscape. Survivors from Ivana system
term this one the Sun Devourer. So the stars have been extinguished? Maybe this is also like a sentient planet. Or maybe something bigger. This overlord's name is not being identified. Ecologists from the Lawful Realm-Keeping Commission once researched the strange world that has completely been converted into antimatter. All antimatter objects hurtle towards their matter counterparts, releasing a destructive dazzle upon impact. Antimatter Legion creations have always had distorted, twisted appearances. When destroyed, many instantly implode with an intense backfire, dragging their enemy along with them to their destruction. Perhaps this strange characteristic is derived from the unnamed overlord? What, annihilation? Annihilator? 2 lines of proscripts are required at the bottom of the dossier. The Cloud Knights have been created following the Rainbow's edict to fight against abominations, but so many battles were had against the Antimatter Legion since its foundation. In foreseeable future, the Cloud Knights will inexorably come up against minions of the Ruin Author, so adequate preparations should be made soon. The play on this file repository is labeled Nemesis Abomination. Pull a random scroll. Borosan Primate, Hominid, Canine subspecies. They are the most powerful race of the denizens of abundance, and have long been the arch nemesis of the Shinto Alliance. The most powerful? Okay. Borosan have some anatomical features of canines. Besides being valiant fighters, they excel at making weapons, armor, and even spaceships using biological technologies. They enslave and modify other intelligent races to attack and plunder other planets. The coalition of the denizens of abundance, led by the Borosan, has had at least 3 large-scale wars with Shenzhou. Now the coalition has become a shadow of its former self, following the capture and imprisonment of its former Warmatar by the Cloud Knights. Labor Omnia Vincit. Abomination Scroll, the Borosan. Primates, hominids, canine subspecies. Summary. The Borosan are the oldest nemesis of the Alliance, and the main constituent of the denizens of abundance. Their planet of origin remains unknown. However, judging by genetic screen results, the Borosan share a common ancestor with the Foxians. Yet the two have diverged onto very different paths. Foxian epics tell how the races were divinely inspired by a Lord of Longevity from beyond the stars. Drinking from the Red Spring, they were granted immortality, but later historical developments saw the Borosan consider the Foxians as slaves or cannon fodder, fueling their desire to conquer the stars. According to the verifiable Alliance records, there have been 3 large-scale wars between the Shenzhou and the Borosans, with heavy losses on both sides. Therefore, the Cloud Knights must remain vigilant about the Borosans' movements. Physiology. The Borosan have a distinct canine anatomical structure. Broad, slender skeletons, powerful jaws and neck muscles, well-developed fangs, pointed ears atop the skull, and sharp claws on hand and foot. Within the broad classification of long-life species, the Borosan can be said to have the greatest healing ability. Alongside this hyper-healing is the ability to shapeshift, known as the Moon Madness by the Borosan. This ability has also been observed very rarely in some Foxians, apart from the Foxians of the Yaoqing. Shapeshifting is accompanied by intense hyperplasia of the bone and muscle structure, such as a protruded snout and jawline, and the twisting in of the foot structure. This damaging deformation process is eventually completely restored by the Borosan's rapid healing ability. During battle, the Borosan emit a pheromone known as lupitoxin, which stimulates fear in the amygdala. To counteract these effects, the Cloud Knights take medicinal pellets to suppress their innate fear when in combat. Technology. The Borosan are particularly skilled at biotechnology, and perform various body modifications upon themselves. Barasan armor and weapons both have characteristics of living entities. The ships are known as mecha beasts, or beast ships. These are biological spaceships with the ability to feed, attack, and reproduce. The Barasan's combat vessels for everyday hunting are also known for their rapid velocity. Oh my god, living ships? Reminds me of the Tyranids. Politics. The Barasan have a tribal council system with many ancient cultural traditions centering around the strong praying of the weak, or respect for force. A single tribe is called Pack, and a multi-tribal entity is called a Great Pack. The Barasan often select the most cunning and strong to lead their pack, the Brood Lord. For a Great Pack, the leadership selection process forces the competing Brood Lords to fight each other, ranking them from top to bottom based on strength. A Great Pack leader is called Father Wolf or Warmatar. How'd they get their hands on Warmatar? The last Warmatar, Hule, has been interned, and now the new Warmatar is. Anecdotal accounts seem to suggest that it's Engchin or Lisa Chingsu. Well, you know what? I think a 10 will do. Nice, a new Lycone. Huh. Kinda lightish blue hair with red eyes. Ones with blue eyes. I have no idea. Judging by their clothes, I have no idea. Well, it's Destructo. Shit, the same small, same height. Under the blue sky. It's probably Jing Liu's one, I don't know. Well, anyway, let's talk, Fushuan. Unless... Nope.
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another mission?
It's not a mission. The Stellaron Crisis, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus Rebellion, the Arbor's Resurrection, not to mention the Antimatter Legion infiltrating the Luofu. All of these incidents need reporting at the highest level for investigation. It's just that, having been in the middle of everything, I'm struggling to keep an accurate perspective. I would appreciate if you could go through it all with me, so that I can reacquaint myself with a finer detail.
No, it seems pretty fine.
So, where should we begin?
Let's discuss Fantilia first. Yes.
It appears that Fantilia was the mastermind behind it all. The Xianzhou warred with the Antimatter Legion in the past, and ever since we have kept a watchful eye on their movements. Few could have foreseen the insidious tactics employed in the execution of their assaults. The Lord Ravager slithered in unnoticed, clandestinely plotting and machinating, and surreptitiously bestowed a Stellaron upon the disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
Yes.
This heinous act instigated an uprising aimed at luring the Luofu into a perilous trap of self-destruction.
That's her way of doing
The present danger
things.
posed by the Legion clearly demands a re-evaluation. We should proceed cautiously.
Let's talk about the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
When the ambrosial arbor was severed by the Rainbow Arbiter thousands of years ago, the abundance became a taboo. Those within the Alchemy Commission, the original masters of the so-called Way of Immortality, were ruined at a stroke. The commission became a shadow of its former self.
Yeah, all their technology came
Presumably,
from
that
abundance.
moment on, the seeds of discord for the disciples of Sanctus Medicus had already been planted. Some of them were willing to work with the enemy, acquiring a Stellaron from the Antimatter Legion to try and revive the abundance. They succeeded all right. But why would Fantilia's objective to be to realize their wishes? Those traitors gained nothing. They betrayed the Xianzhou only to become sacrificial offerings in the Lord Ravager's grand scheme.
Maybe they just want to destroy Shenzhou. Let's discuss the Stellaron Hunters.
The Stellaron Hunters. We know just as little. But in the Matrix of Prescience, I saw a prophecy that Kafka received from Destiny's slave. Elio foresaw all manner of possibilities for the Luofu. Based on what Kafka knows, and despite everything being under the control of Elio, that prophecy is indeed the most beneficial future for the Luofu. The Stellaron Hunters walked right into our trap, and even gifted allies, in the form of yourselves, to the Xianzhou.
Yes.
That might sound self-interested, but I hope the feeling is mutual. Now that the future has come true, the Xianzhou has discovered the Legion's intentions, and with everyone's help, has imposed a crushing defeat on Fantilia.
I think we already have the gist. Yeah. This is a nice recap.
That we may. But as logical as things might seem, there are still many details about which we're uncertain. For example, how was the Stellaron brought onto the Xianzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge Waterscape? How many disciples of Sanctus Medicus still remain at large? All of this is a mystery. Thus far, we've done our best.
I'm pretty sure it's Ting Yun
I'm
that brought her
submitting
on.
my report to the Alliance.
She was
and I've
already possessed
got
for a long
plan in
time.
mind. All of you will feature in the report. But for the sake of Jingyuan, anything related to Xianzhou internal affairs will have names redacted. I hope you can forgive me.
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance will be poring over every detail of the report. I fear that if the Astral Express gets dragged into matters, leaving will not be an easy task.
Jingyuan has committed quite a few violations this time around, and I'll have to deal with them one by one. Cloud Knight generals are all such a hassle. Before
Wait,
you
dealt
leave,
with the one before?
please make time to recuperate. If there's anywhere you'd like to visit, feel free to take a look. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Farewell for now. Oh, if you pass through Starskiff Haven, I have something that I hope you can give to Yukong.
Something Miss Ting Yun left behind?
It was all so chaotic. When Fantilia took form, it was as if Ting Yun vanished into thin air. The Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan. She took it with her everywhere. It's currently unclear if Ting Yun was a puppet manipulated by Fantilia, or if some form of deception was used to cloud her vision. I'm already prepared for the worst. Considering how the Legion operates, I fear the fate of the Skyfaring Commission Ambassador may be a bleak one.
Yeah, I already know
As
that
for
she's
how
dead.
matters are handled with regards to Ting Yun, I believe it's best left to her Foxian kin. I have informed the Skyfaring Commission of the events which took place, and I think it would be best if you were the one to deliver this item to Yukong.
Wonder what she'll say.
I understand. Leave it with us.
I mean, you have,
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Now, let me take a look at my remaining duties for the day.
Ting Yun in, Yukong's
Quite the list.
splash art.
It's getting late. If you need me, I'll be in the Divination Commission Conclave Hall.
Fan with a plain comp print.
The fan Tingu carried on her person. It used to be a pair, but one had gone missing. Optional, plan for the future after discussions with your companions. Alright.
Things have come to a close for now. It's good that you came through unscathed.
Thanks for looking out for me, Mr. Yang. What are we going to do next? Yeah, thanks for looking after me.
The Master Diviner asked us to pass on this item of Tingyun's. I'll go to the Palace of Astrum and meet with Yukong. If neither of you has anything urgent, it'd be best if you came too.
Suppose. Doesn't want to deal with her alone, huh?
How am I going to break this to Madame Yukong? Maybe she's already heard the news.
Maybe.
How am I going to break this to
Ally International Peace Corporation Car. Okay, it's the same stuff. Taravan Keen, a board member, not a preservation believer. No clear evidence is found. Actually, it's a bit different. Investigate again. Ally Intelligentsia Guild, you pull out a random scroll. When you open it, a synthetic voice is smooth as silk. Intelligentsia Guild is a top-notch pan-cosmic academic research organization. The guild consistently promotes the exchange of knowledge and technology as well as the trading of patents across the universe, aiming to illuminate the dark areas with the wisdom of Noose, the Wisdom Walker. During their resistance of the Alliance against the abominations of abundance, the guild once dispatched a troop consisting of the learned to join the Second of the Abundance Wars in 5749 SC. The troop helped in defeating Shuhu, an abundance emanator that besieged the Utra. Through the mutual aid contract with the Intelligentsia Guild, the Shinso Alliance keeps abreast of the latest technological developments to help the worlds eroded by abundance with their recovery and restoration. Allied Rangers. Pull out a random scroll. When you open it, synthetic voice as smooth as silk forms in your mind. Galaxy Rangers are a group of rangers that are biased by the Rainbow Arbiter. They advocate human justice and the elimination of evil. Their noble deeds include the assassination of Zulo, the Lord Ravager, replaced by Salanova, during the chaos created by the remaining swarms. Defeating the 13th Legion of Gaius, the Usurper, the successor of Emperor Rupert's will, by unknown means. Emperor Rupert's will. Thwarting the attempted rebellion of the 64th member of the Genius Society, Dr. Primitive, and protecting the Thousand Tree Greenwood. It has been claimed that many rangers were affected by the degeneration flow and lost their combat ability. To support the living of these affected companions, the Galaxy Rangers had no choice but to cut back on their activities. The Utra is currently searching for the leader of the Rangers, La Mancha, hoping to rebuild a connection with the group. Ally World. The worlds suffering from the corrosion of the Plague's Author are scattered across the cosmos. These worlds, which initially had diverse ecosystems and civilizations, have fallen under a curse of immortality, following Yaoshi's corrosion and succumbed to the torture of abominations. The Alliance has always intended to help these worlds restore their tempered ecosystem and genealogy. The names of the worlds are as follows: Thalassa, the world of Deep Sea; Orbital, the Phantom Planet; Green Hill, a micro-planted comet; and Sunburst 13, a star ring colony. The list of names goes on and on without any sign of coming to an end. Perhaps only the residents of those planets and Gento scholars know what the planets look like. But at this moment, their names form a monotonous song that lulls people to sleep. You close the scroll right away and put it back. Elixir Seekers. Oh, there's a lot here. You pull out a random scroll. In ancient times, Shinto used to be one of the many members of the Elixir Seekers. We could feel the pain of the people suffering from diseases, so we understood the misery of old age, illness, and death. After attaining longevity, we realized the difficulty of settling the boundaries of healing. In keeping with the aspiration of the Elixir Seekers in the past, the Alliance has provided medical support to help many worlds in eradicating plagues since its establishment. Except for offering longevity, the Alliance has done everything it could for everyone who comes to Shenzhou for help. From 5000 SC until now, the Shenzhou Alliance has cured 3,800 novel diseases such as Shah's virus, crystal cancer, dark spring syndrome, resonant parasite infection, degeneration disease, and many others. While healers from the lawful became well known across the cosmos, the Alliance forms friendly commercial agreements with the related planets. World. The world suffering from the Corrosion plagues also are scattered. Okay, it's the same one. Intelligentsia Guild, already read that one. Into Astral Peace Corporation headquarters. The headquarters of the IPC consists of 7 departments: Marketing Development Department, Business Consolidation Department, Strategic Investment Department, Building Material Logistics Department, Technology Department, Talent Motivation Department, and Traditional Project Department. Head of Marketing Department, Osvaldo Schneider, a board member candidate. He is inexperienced, a preservation zealot, and expansionist. Potential threat level to the Alliance, high. Head of Business Consolidation, Madame Scarred Eye, a board member. Potential threat to the Alliance, very low. Head of Strategic Investment, Diamond, a board member candidate. Founded the Subordinates Organization, non-performing asset liquidation specialist. Threat to Alliance, low. Head of Building Material Logistics, Taravan Keen, board member. Not a preservation believer, no evidence is found. Potential threat, very low. Head of Technology, Yabuli, the de facto control of the Intelligentsia Guild. Potential threat, low, very low. Head of Talent Motivation, Tuyin Rajzazad and Yan Shilu. The latter came from the Alliance and has a clear stance towards Shenzhou. Should we be careful? Potential threat, medium. Head of the Traditional Projects, Arita, a board member. Potential threat, low. Interesting. Alright, March.
Oh, well, we had a lot of stumbles along the way, but we still managed to kick butt and save the Law Fu without breaking a sweat. Feels kinda surreal.
That's right, without breaking a sweat. Maybe this was all fate. We're just mere puppets of the Stellaron hunters. Yeah.
No way! Everything good has come our way due to our hard work. I'm not letting them take any of the credit. It may seem like the Stellaron hunters are controlling everything, but we create our own future. No matter how powerful they are, they can't make a future that doesn't exist come true. Since showing up, we've saved a lot of people and averted disaster for the whole Xianzhou. Who cares whether someone or something was directing it? Be happy.
What are your plans from here?
Actually, I was wondering if Diviner Fu could do me a favor.
Favor?
The Matrix of Prescience has amazing powers and can iterate and reiterate Kafka's past. So it got me thinking, if I turned the Matrix on me, could it calculate my past?
Oh, pretty smart. Why didn't you ask Fishman for help while she was here? Yeah, pretty smart.
Yup. When you're free, let's head over to the Divination Commission together and ask them for a favor.
I wonder if it'll even work.
Here's hoping the Matrix is accurate, and that Diviner Fu won't decline our request.
Ah, done. He's standing so far away and in the dark.
Returning to the Luofu and Scale Gorge waterscape.
It's a surreal feeling. I left so determined. Who would have thought that circumstances would draw me back once more?
Earlier, maybe? It's not like the Shinto has done anything to you yet. How long do you plan on staying here?
There are only a handful of individuals who know my identity now. I do not wish to guess what could occur if word gets out. But at least for now, I'm safe.
Okay, and what are you gonna do next?
I want to meet the current High Elder of the Vidyadhara.
Barley?
Seems I won't be able to cast off Danfeng's negative karma. So I'd like to learn more about his past. I want to find out what I can do to make up for his sins. If you're planning on an extended stay on the Luofu, I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. I'm sorry. I want to meet the current High Elder of the Vidyadhara. If she can tell me more about Danfeng's actions, then perhaps I can do something to make up for his sins.
Okay. Nemesis Abomination. Wingweavers. Primates. Hominid. Winged subspecies. They are one of the races of denizens of abundance. There's three can be traced back to the primeval Imperium age before Shinto set sail. Before they set sail, good day. Wingweavers live in a tree-like artificial world called Muldrasil. Yep. From the protruding branches, they can warp to other planets and plunder the resources there. Oh, they can warp? On the branches? Huh. That's an artificial world. You know it's an artificial world. In the culture of wingweavers, terrestrial animals that cannot fly are called residents of dirt, while they call themselves the Cloud Lords. They enslave other intelligent races and make them produce resources and work on Muldrasil. After the Antimatter Legion took over their universe, the Wingweavers' base of operations suffered severe damage. Muldrasil was cut down and the Wingweavers became a minority race among the denizens of abundance. Huihinhams. Oh, whatever. Primate, hominid, ungulate subspecies. They are one of the races of denizens of abundance. H are six-legged animals with a muscular torso that looks like one of a horse. Their four hind limbs on the ground make them fast runners. Hohinans are often induced by the Borosin into acting as the forerunners at the front line. They can kill enemies easily by ramming into them with their exoskeleton armor. Some view the emergence of the Tramplers in the Antimatter Legion signifies the erosion and enslavement of the Hohin civilization by the Antimatter Legion. Oh, so I guess they look like centaurs. Heliobi. Shapeless creatures formed by pure energy. The history of this deadly creature when traced back to the Lone Voyage. Viscorpus. Eukaryote. Protozoan. Colloidal protozoan subspecies. They are one of the race of extraneous demons. Viscorpi are a colloidal protozoan with the ability to change into different shapes and reproduce. Despite their low intelligence, they are extremely deadly. They attack like a pathogen instead of an enemy. The earliest record of Viscorpi can be traced back to the Lone Voyage era when Shinto was wandering around. The population of the Dayu and the Yuancha once declined drastically due to the corrosion of Viscorpi. Amid a war against the Borosin, the Alliance discovered that Viscorpi were once a kind of livestock controlled by the Borosin. After the mutation went out of control, the Borosin did nothing to stop the dangerous creatures from ravaging the planets. It took the Cloud Knights years to eliminate them.
Now the Scorpii have gradually become eradicated.
The Lafu's troubles have only just begun. I don't know if the Master Diviner can take all this on.
Me neither, but let's go. It's enough reading. Let's get out of here.
It's getting late. Where to now?
I've never taken part in a soul-soothing ceremony before.
Soul-soothing ceremony.
They use a star skiff to send condolences.
Let's listen. That's enough sighing for one day. Why are you sighing at such a young age? You won't get it even if I tell you. Are you bothered because you weren't invited to this soul-soothing ceremony? Yes and no. Everyone else was invited and even she was there. Alas. Are you jealous? Not at all. I just wondered what got into the beautiful girl's head that made her go to the funeral. The beautiful girl's head.
So they also hold funerals. Huh.
They're talking about Ting Yun. I've got it. It turns out that this ceremony of theirs is a Shinto funeral. So they also hold funerals, huh? I thought they'd be... Why do you look so disappointed? Is your dream dashed? What are you talking about? I'm just feeling a bit sentimental. The hero I'm looking for is one of the Cloud Knights. Unfortunately, he has passed away. Are you thinking about your hometown fairy tale? The one about the longsword knight that rescued hundreds of people with a battered sword? Yes, that's him. That's him. It isn't a fairy tale, but a historical event that took place centuries ago. I thought he was an invincible hero that was spared from illness and death. Little did I know. For some reason, seeing the funeral makes me feel a bit sentimental. What do you think lies at the end of life?
You need to keep on living.
I can see him see him every time I close my eyes. Concerned Elder, oh.
How long have you been awake? You need to rest. You can't go on like this.
I have no idea. Since he left, the house was so empty. I couldn't sleep.
Just do it for his sake. I'm sure he wouldn't want to see you in this state. You need to be strong. Other matters aside, how are you going to attend the soul-soothing ceremony looking like this? Your life must go on and you need to buck up.
There's the little girl telling it how it is.
I've never attended a memorial, and I don't know what I should do here.
You have the invitation, haven't you? Are you talking about this soul-soothing ceremony? Yes. In fact, I've never participated in this ceremony before, and I heard that your clan is quite experienced in it. Could you give me some advice? Do I need to prepare anything for it? Is there anything I should pay attention to? According to our practice, you may find out what he liked when he was alive, then prepare the gift and put it on his star skiff. I see. Thanks for the advice. Oh, that's why I'm gonna put the fan on the star skiff. Oh no.
That lady is crying her eyes out.
When I was heading out, I heard the lady across the street bawling her eyes out. She's getting ready for the ceremony, which my parents have been working on lately. Ceremony? What's that? You're still a little kid. All things come to an end. You only understand it when you're older. Why are you waxing poetic all of a sudden? This is so not like you. That was actually what my father said.
I don't think any more will say anything. So, very good. Maybe here.
Is the Xianzhou Lafu going to hold a funeral?
Consider it Outworlder. Is a funeral happening on the Shenzhou Luofu soon? It's my first time seeing it. So you guys call this thing a funeral? I've heard of it, but this has been my first time participating in one in my entire life. May I know what I can do for my deceased Cloud Knight friend? Generally speaking, you don't have to do anything. Your attendance at the funeral itself means a lot. Your friend will surely feel it. I hope so. Thank you. I think it continues here.
Why isn't Mom home yet?
Oh no.
Dad, is Mom there too? Uncle told me that Mom and Aunt are both in there.
Yes, she's there. Let's wait for a couple more days, then I'll bring you to her.
Dad, please tell me the truth. Is Mom still mad at me? Otherwise, why doesn't she come home?
No. How can she be mad at you? She can never be angry again. Never again. Never.
Dad, what do you mean by that? I don't get it.
It's fine. You understand when you're older. Nice. Is anyone else bawling their eyes out? I'll do these later. Well, maybe like next stream or something like that. Next stream. Oh, this alley thingy? I'm not sure. They're gonna do World Quest or something. Anyone here? No? I wonder what Jinyu will say.
I think I've heard something about you.
Okay, nothing. I don't think they'll be affected. So I already talked to all the NPCs, let's go.
Bring me some local specialties.
Collect. Views of the universe. Fine. 3. Little Yingxing took us by boat to the entrance of a dark circular hole. He produced a piece of paper. The fuck? Casually folding it into the shape of a bird, and with a few words, it flew off swiftly. Wings flapping, moments later, the ground shook all around the hole as if some device had been activated, and sounds as loud as a landslide could be heard. The curved walls of the hole rapidly began to separate and shrink, and gradually all that remained beneath our feet was the base of the hole. A light shone in from seemingly nowhere, bathing the room in a glow. The entire delegation almost hugged each other, so terrified we were all. Soon we came to realize that this hole we were in was floating in an invisible orbit, like a dazzling light as bright as a star below us. It was like clinging onto a meteorite as we hurtled slowly along the orbit's path, like a celestial body around this sun. This ball of light rays kept on pulsing, shifting continually like a talking heart. It's talking, so it can talk. Every ray of light from the sun is beating, as if undergoing intense turbulence, or rather, like a raging suppression since ancient times, gnarling and gnashing. as it tries to drill into my consciousness. In an instant, a flood of scenes well up and rampage through my mind, like a book flipping pages in the wind. A tree with no boundaries suspended upside down from the heavens, its branches piercing the starry sky. An upside-down tree? A vacuum, inside which chips, as bright as suns, flew like fireflies chasing fire, frolicking to fluctuating flesh. They're even winged humanoids, wings outstretched. Wing weavers? I hear the howl of a cloud knight from inside a star skiff, moments before crashing down. Defend the Shenzhou! Victory to the cloud knights! A colossal automaton, towering hundreds of meters high as it stalks and strides, stretching out cold metal arms to duel a giant gelatinous beast of metal, teeth, and countless eyeballs. Beast of meat, okay. In the skies stand radiant warriors, holding spears and longbows, radiating fiery death. Their every gene seemed to have been sculpted and filtered to grant them a strength and beauty surpassing that of modern Shinto people. Even more terrifying is that their bodies are covered in an unnatural flame, as if embodying their innermost courage and rage. They charge one by one, over and over, into the formless void, never to return. Take this oath and keep it forever, the rays of light roared, leaving my ears ringing. Everyone, still yourselves, and don't look directly at the Flint Emperor. Oh, Flint Emperor, okay. The Heliobi. A voice like the ferocious clap of thunder resounded above the main hall. Someone stomped a heavy staff into the floor, and after the metal hum subsided, it was like an invisible barrier rose up to swiftly block out the light beams and projections filling the hall, sending it back to its original quiet state. All awoke from their state of confusion. The master of the Flame Disk Forge Palace, also the longest-lived human aboard the Shenzhou, a master among craftmasters, Huayan, had finally arrived. Huayan, why does that sound familiar? I told my apprentice to bring you all here for a talk about weapons and support. I didn't think he would forget to disable this pseudo-sun, and nearly got you all stupefied. The fault is entirely my own, and I apologize to each and every one of you. Huayan strode with mountainous steps up the staircase, which appeared from thin air. Gradually he arrived before us. I have received Helmmaster Qing Ying's request. The Yao Qing is having trouble fighting off the enemy, and the Zhuming can't just stand by idly and watch from the sidelines. But there has to be a but incoming. When faced with attack from a formidable foe or a need to recuperate, every Shinto retains their own right to decide whether or not to send reinforcements. What reason will he give to turn down this request of ours? The Zhuming wants not for arms. I'll allocate you 300 fighter jets, 20,000 thunder crossbows, and 20,000 devastator glaives, based on Qing Ying's request. But we, the Zhuming, have our own hands full with eradicating filth. So as for reinforcements, I can give you a number equal to the size of your delegation. Molesting.
You think you're that good, huh? Why don't you just sail the Lafu away?
What a pilot of Mega Star Skiff. Class B license skiffs aren't big enough for me. Class A. License is required to pilot Mega Star Skiffs and requires you to have a Class B license first. So after a few years of piloting civil skiffs, you can take the test. I don't care, I want to pilot a Mega one. The Lofu is the biggest. Go and drive off with it. Ha! Are you pulling my leg? Who's pulling whose leg? Oh, there's the judge. Swear ye. Let's talk to Ishikui. Maybe she'll have something for me.
The files are all prepped. Gotta triple check when the meeting is scheduled.
Was it, young lady? Alright, nothing? Whatever. Oh, no. Views from a universe from... it's number 2. The kid called Ying Xing turned out to be a short-lived species and an outworlder. Here to learn his craft. I spent a lot of time buttering up to this shy kid on the way before I learned of his background. He seemed a little insecure, but kids would always need a little encouragement before opening up to you. So this is Blade, before he became Long Life. Just as elixir seekers rush a Luofu in a never-ending stream, so too is a Juming up there at the Pierpoint and Screwlum for craft apprentices, or any other holy sites for manufacturing excellence that I may not be aware of. Countless outworlders come to the Juming from all over the cosmos to study skills, and most return to their homelands afterward to disseminate those learnings. But not Ying Xing. He has no homeland to which he may return. What else destroyed? His homeland was destroyed, by the Borisan and transformed into one of their weapon nurseries. I knew what that meant. This kid's family will become literal pieces of meat with no dignity. Oh boy. Right. Biotic. Becoming nutrient to those mountainous mecha beasts. And upon arriving at the Shenzhou, so fresh from escaping the clutches of death, this child pledged to strive toward one goal and one goal only: to learn how to make weapons for the Cloud Knights to root out those terrifying and malicious monsters. He is incredible at his work, earning his accolades, and now entitled to be called a craftsman at such a young age. However, other celestial masters tell me I still got a long way to go. It's not that I'm lacking in enthusiasm or motivation. It's just that I can't keep living on and on like they can. So my knowledge is always going to be limited. Maybe I'll never even live to see the day my parents are avenged. Seeing his dejected look made me feeling dispirited. Just ignore all those old... Just ignore all those old guys. They're no celestial, they're just jealous of you. Sure life geniuses who only live a few dozen years are actually a dime a dozen in the genius society. Their achievements are still glorious enough to shake the entire cosmos. What difference does it make to your achievements whether you're a long life or a short life species? Just focus on what you want to do and let fate take its course. The kid seems to have a brighter expression on his face. Suddenly he shakes his head once more. But I shouldn't ignore everything they said. Everything said by those old guys. Master Huayan. He respects me a lot, and he has taught me a lot too. Such vengeance bestowed by cruel fate. Such a piteous backstory, and such precocious endowment. I can't help but pat the kid on the head, but he seemed to see right through me in a second, covering up my hand with his own smaller one, and patting it in relief. As if suddenly returning to his senses, he remembers the purpose of his visit. My master urged me to take you on a visit to the Flame Disc Forge Palace. Should we get down to business and talk about the reinforcements and weapons first? I'm just passing on Master Huayan's orders. I smelled 1,000 stars, quickened with steel of heroes. The forge's light boasts power and might, and armaments guard both hearth and meal. These verses hang in adornment in the main hall of the Flame Disc Forge Palace. The records of the early nation shows that an unknown emperor of the primeval Imperium days once gifted the master craftsman of the Juming, Yang Di, with a weapons casting mold in honor of his maiden voyage. To this day it remains passed down through the ages to be pride of place in the palace. Some 60 or 70% of all the Shenzhou armory comes from the artisans of the Juming, and the Flame Disc Forge Palace is the foundational base of the Juming's artisanship commission, in which we now stand. My peers on the trip are perplexed by this strange arrangement. Had Huayan brought us here to show off how precious his forged weapons were, and to use that as a bargaining chip with the Yao Qing? Did he send a kid because he's planning on rejecting us? The thought of possibly engaging in debates makes me irritable. You can't just go complaining on somebody else's turf. That's something my great-grandma always taught me to save my hide. I made up my mind there to not express any dissatisfaction until Huayan met with us personally. There's Wen Furui, Yan Ming. Where's the last thingamading? Where's one? Is it on her desk? Nope.
I see. Please extend my regards to the 10 lords.
I will. Our condolences, Hellmaster.
Did she deliver the news?
You have guests. I shall take my leave.
Hello.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Law Fu from the Stellaron crisis.
No problem, baby.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Tingyun.
Yes, Miss Tingyun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct.
Miss Tingyun left this behind.
Tingyun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. It's simply unimaginable. The Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou, and Tingyun, a Lord Ravager? How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise? What happened to the real Tingyun?
Madame
Yukong.
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept. Thank you for bringing Tingyun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. Brothers, sisters, children. I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
A soul-soothing ceremony?
To put it into short life terms, a funeral. You see, for long-life species of the Xianzhou, death has always been a distant, mystical concept. Ordinarily, the 10 Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected. There, they leave behind their lives and wait for their time to come. People are used to a short farewell as opposed to a tedious burial process.
Makes sense.
Given our limited lifespans, the only ones who place value on ceremony are us Foxians. Countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't take them all in, and so they passed away. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species still live out insignificant and limited lives. By combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Foxian ceremony, we honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them. It's not just to comfort the dead, those souls who can never talk with us again.
It's to comfort the
but
living.
also to comfort their surviving relatives, close friends, and indeed all residents of the Xianzhou.
Doubt
It's
it actually
also my way of
comforts the
saying
dead.
farewell to Ting Yun. I know, I'm selfish. She may not have died a Cloud Knight, but she's still one of us here at the Skyfaring Commission. A victim caught up in a wider conflict. I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Ting Yun from the Lord Ravager who tarnished her identity.
That audio sounded a bit weird.
I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my own methods to locate Ting Yun's whereabouts, but at present, This is the least I can do for her.
If she's still...
I'd like to ask you all to witness this
alive.
event with me.
How can we help? You'll be there at the ceremony. Yeah, how can we help?
I've instructed Yen Ming to sort through Ting Yun's belongings. I hope you can pick some out to place around the star skiff.
Leave this to us. We'll take care of it as per your wishes, Madame Yukong.
Once again, my thanks to all of you. I've asked the judges of the Ten Lords Commission to ratify this soul-soothing ceremony, and have commissioned a special skiff at Stargazer Navalia for the ceremony. If you need anything, that's where I'll be.
Sort through Ting Yun's things with Yan Ming. Oh, this guy again.
You always did say that I like to gossip. And here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off.
They must have known Ting Yun for a while. Or you could just cut yourself off. Yeah.
Oh. It's you.
Ah.
For a moment, I thought she'd return. Did the Helm Master send you over?
No, we invited ourselves.
We're here to help sort out Miss Ting Yun's things. Madame Yukong wants to use some of them for her soul-soothing ceremony.
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Does she not have any relatives?
Okay, let's see what there is. An Amy Cassiter's seal, a small box, a knife, a bow, and something wrapped up tight. I wonder what this is. Looks like some kind of antique? But who'd want to hold on to something like this?
What even is that?
Ting Yun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Foxian antiquity. They say it can bring wealth if placed correctly.
Why does it look like one of those,
There's also a note
Wolf
in the
cats.
package. This is for you, Mr. Yen Ming.
fortune cats?
Wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yen Ming, it seems like this is a gift for you from Miss Ting Yun.
I remember asking her for one at the time. This is unexpected. I only mentioned it in passing, but she remembered.
She remembered.
Ting Yun and I were from different guilds. We were competitors, but also colleagues. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring back local specialties and distribute them among friends and other guild members. It became a custom. The rivalry between us and the Whistling Flames to be the Skyfaring Commission's top guild was always fierce. We would gift each other all kinds of bizarre oddities. Candy that made your leg hair grow. A violin that could shatter glass with its piercing shriek.
They're just trolling each other.
Oh, I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Ting Yun would leave something behind for me that was so sincere and earnest.
What happens if it's another
If I
troll
don't
gift?
return a gift, I'll lose our little duel. But what could I possibly gift her back?
Well, it's up to you to decide.
Besides the seal, the knife, and the bow, None of this seems like something Miss Ting Yun would have kept. I thought she was more about jewelry and beauty. Could there be other things similar to what Yan Ming got? We should take a look.
I want to take a look in that box. What's in the box?
There's nothing else, except a handful of seeds.
Seeds?
It looks like there's something printed on the bottom of the box. The Sleepless Earl. Let me think.
T-shirt.
Where have I seen that name before?
I want to take a look at that knife.
I can't cook to save my life, but one thing I'm sure of is that's a kitchen knife. I've never seen Miss Ting Yun use anything like that to defend herself. It must be another gift that she never had time to send. There's an ad in the knife case. Spices Supreme. A room alley? Which store is that again?
Spices Supreme, I remember that. I want to take a look at that bow.
This bow.
Do you call? Plucks the bowstring.
It's a good bow. It couldn't be meant for me, could it?
Think again. I'm pretty sure you weren't the only archer she knew.
Alright, just kidding. Just trying to liven things up around here.
We should get going.
Do you know where we're supposed to take these things?
Yes. Amicacitor's seal. Oh, look, it's a chicken! The minuscule jade stamp worn by Amicacitors at the Skyfaring Commission. Small chest sent to the Sleepless Earl. A small chest that stores plant seeds. The crest for the Sleepless Earl is stamped onto the lid. Might be seeds for like type of tea leaf or something. Kitchen knife. Oh, you mean a butcher knife? Sent to Spices Supreme. A sharp kitchen knife wrapped in soft silk. It also contains an advertisement hiring workers for Spices Supreme. An archery set gifted for someone unknown. An archery set with supreme balance. Surprisingly, it seems to have been completely handcrafted. No Chantel technology was used to create it, and the arrow can't track enemies or automatically make turns. No homing, huh? So shit. Hey, Yanming.
Ting Yun, what am I going to get for you? If only you...
Hey, where did Yukong go? Yukong!
You think you're that good, huh?
Bring me some local specialties.
Let's just get out of here. Okay, the NPCs are still around here. Back and forth, with no audience it seems.
The Sleepless Earl. Was that the name of that tea house at the port when we first got into town?
Yes. Hello, Ming Ming, Ming Ming.
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there? Which tea would you like today?
Your best one. We're here on a gift-giving errand for Miss Ting Yun.
Oh, this is the tea Miss Ting Yun promised to get for me. She really went to another world for me. She's incredible. When I took over this tea house from my parents, I thought I'd shake things up by creating a new tea product. Famous brews like Whale Tide Spring or Vegetations in the Alchemy Cauldron have been around for millennia, and imported mixed teas have also found a niche. Introducing a new product into the industry is really hard. Miss Ting Yun came to the tea house one day and heard about my troubles. She said she could find me a brand new strain during her travels. One that nobody on the Xianzhou had ever tasted. I just thought she was trying to cheer me up. I never thought she'd actually do it. Where is Miss Ting Yun today?
She's at the soothing ceremony. I'm afraid Miss Ting Yun is. She's had to embark on another long voyage. Yes. Soul soothing ceremony. Be there, be square.
Yes. Now that the crisis has been averted and the ports are resuming operations, Miss Ting Yun has been dispatched on business with the Skyfaring Commission out to other worlds.
Yes.
Oh, really? Well, that's a shame. Well, hold on a sec.
There are moments later, Ming Ming serves the tea she brewed.
Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dawn Dew strains to make a new variety with a sweet, long-lasting taste. I called it Ting Yun's Blend. Seeing as she can't enjoy it right now, I'll have to invite all of you to try a cup.
New tea, Ting Yun's Blend. I guess we can put this on the thing. You know what?
I can't wait
I should tell you the truth.
You to try this tea.
I regret everything. I want to tell them the truth. Wait, Ching Che, what are you doing here?
Bean soda. You've got to give it a try. Oh, how's it going? Did you take some time off? See any more of the Xianzhou?
Have you heard of Spices Supreme?
Isn't that the place on Aurum Alley over in Exalting Sanctum? All the foodies go there. What about it? Planning on treating me to a feast?
Yes. Alley, go on.
It's the main commercial street in the Exalting Sanctum, although it's a lot quieter since the whole Stellaron crisis thing. Tourists fresh off the Starskiff always head to Starwatcher Avenue in Starskiff Haven. It's one of those bustling tourist streets. But if you want the real deal on local snacks, you've gotta get to Aurum Alley. I've marked it out for you on your map. Whenever I'm tired of Celestial Jade or slacking off, I head over for a bowl of Granny Chen's tofu. Darn it, now that you've brought it up, I suddenly don't feel like clocking in for work anymore.
When did that stop you?
is famous for its
When did that stop
soda.
her at all?
You've gotta give it a try.
Oh, we're actually entering a new place. Aurum Alley. Well, I suppose it is, because there's the event place. Yeah. New area. Should be full of enemies or something. No? Oh. Yanchu from Spices Supreme.
Spices Supreme! Check out that sign! Here it is!
That tree's kind of in the way, but whatever. Hello, Yanchui. Yancui.
Honored guests, welcome to our humble eatery. What can we get for you today?
We're here on a gift-giving errand for Miss Ting Yun.
Something from Miss Ting Yun for me? Oh, what a precious person she is. A sweet thing like her, gifting me a kitchen knife. When she first ate here, I told her my motto: you can't better your own food unless you taste it.
Of course.
Then she got me to talk about my hunting and cooking experiences out on other worlds.
She doesn't
was
eat anything she can't.
captivated. She pestered me about dish after dish. At the
Defeat.
end, she mentioned she wanted to get me a gift. A sword for a hero and a knife for a chef. That's how she put it. She probably came across some rare mineral and forged it by hand.
She made it herself?
How sharp it is. I bet it cuts straight through a Thalassa titanium terrapin shell. Miss Tingyun is too kind. Who among the Aram Alley vendors hasn't been spoiled by the generosity of whistling flames? Her grand fare puts small merchants like us in touch with big intergalactic vendors. If we're talking gifts, it's us who should be gifting her something.
Oh, did she have the grand fair here?
Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Tingyun must be real busy, right?
Actually, Tingyun is... You tell Yan Sui what happened to Tingyun.
This is real, right? The monster you mentioned, where did it come from? I wish I could take this knife and cut it to ribbons. Forget it. Matters like these are beyond the control and understanding of a cook like me. Thank you, all of you. Let me prepare a dish for you as a gift for Miss Tingyun.
Nancy goes to the back kitchen and brings out a steaming bowl of food.
It was our chili oil beef offal stew that first attracted Miss Tingyun to our restaurant.
Beef offal, huh?
I can't believe that she'll never taste it again. Please, you'll have to eat her share too.
What's going on the boat?
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Tingyun intended to gift it to.
Mr. Yan Ming said an ambassador will return with a gift for a trusted colleague. The person who Tingyun trusts the most is Madame Yukong, right?
Yes. Chili oil beef offal stew.
If only Miss Tingyun could try this one last time.
Such a nice chipper too. Not at all what you would expect from this. Oh, whatever. Stargazer Navalia. Hello. Is this a ship you prepared?
What brings you here?
We're here to pass on a gift from Miss Tingyun.
This bow. Did Tingyun pick it out for me? She understood my pain.
Pick?
It's a shame I can no longer do anything for her.
She made it herself,
30
apparently.
years ago, I fought in a terrible war. My comrade and I set sail together.
Ah, yes.
But only I returned.
Her story quest.
Scars of that war
that's
never
her
truly healed.
adopted daughter.
Still, the Law Fu traced out its arc of recovery and continued to trade. I felt tired of voyaging, like I'd lost the courage to pull on a bowstring ever again. I hid away in the Skyfaring Commission and buried myself in work, never wanting to see the sky again.
Because you already touched the sky.
Despite rising to Helm Master, my military career hadn't prepared me for the type of meticulous planning work now confronting me. Tingyun, on the other hand, was a born merchant, always discussing business matters with me and offering up advice, even if she was my subordinate. She never fought alongside me on the battlefield, but in her own way, she became a comrade in arms. Without the help of Ting Yun and the Guild, the Law Fu would not have been able to recover in the space of just 30 short years. I used to think that the Xianzhou had changed with the times. Geniuses like Ting Yun were the future for the Skyfaring Commission's next generation. They would bring prosperity to the Law Fu. I was only ever suited to the flames of war. I was wrong. Only when the last minions of the Antimatter Legion are wiped out will I become useless to the Xianzhou. The Xianzhou needs people like me. Those willing to cruise the sky and fight the flames. The star skiff is ready for the ceremony now. Everyone, please place your objects aboard the star skiff.
Wait! Wait for me!
He has a gift?
Miss Ting Yun prepared a gift for me. As a fellow ambassador, I cannot fail to honor our custom.
Yan Ming, what is it that you've prepared?
I've brought a paper kite.
Paper kite?
I know it may seem simple compared to the precious items that Ting Yun gifted others in the past, but it has a deeper meaning. I heard that Foxians have a tradition where paper kites are used to comfort the souls of pilots who can no longer take to the skies. Ting Yun and I were never pilots in the strictest sense of the word, but we spent much of our lives out among the stars. For her to be able to take wing once again would make her very happy.
Soul-soothing paper kite. Why did it give it to me? A paper kite commemorating the pilot who can no longer fly. Well, she always wanted to be flying.
Paper kites are often gifted to children, but as a symbol of spreading one's wings and soaring high up into the sky, they are also a comfort to Foxian pilots. It's an old tradition that's carried on to this day.
If you're ready, please select a few items to place aboard the star skiff.
Out of all this stuff we've got, what do you think we should place on the star skiff?
Well, her fan for one. The Ambassador seal, the tea named after her, her favorite dish, soul-soothing paper kite. Why can't we put it all on? Yeah, soul-soothing paper kite.
This time, we needn't compete. Go. Fly on to other distant worlds.
A tea named after her.
This is the tea that Meng Ming has made, especially named after you.
Her favorite dish.
This is a gift from Miss Yen Sui on behalf of all the restaurants on Arum Alley. You're going to love this.
The Ambassador seal.
Thank you for everything you've done for the Skyfaring Commission and the Law Fu. This small seal is the foundation of the Xianzhou's prosperity. The Skyfaring Commission shall never forget you, Ting Yun. I will seek out the truth, and if it is discovered that you were taken from us, I swear to avenge your unjust end. It is time for the soul-soothing ceremony. Please make your way to Earthrise Agora in Starskiff Haven.
Soon the starskiff will carry the items you selected to the stars unknown, vanishing in the vastness of their halo. Long life or short life, everyone sails towards the same destination. Earthrise Agora. Didn't even know it was called Earthrise Agora.
It's getting late. Where to now?
How do we know which ones to use?
General, the ceremony is finished. You should take a rest.
Not yet. I have things I wish to convey to my astral friends. My apologies I couldn't get to you any sooner. Yen Qing made sure that I was fully recuperated. Before you leave the Luofu, there are 2 things I wish to gift the Express.
2 gifts? Has his conscience finally gotten the better of him? Is he going to make up for all our hard work along the way?
Probably not. You're too kind, General. I'd like some free real estate, please. What a time to jest.
Please. Let us reconvene at the seat of divine foresight.
Yukong.
I once held the same ceremony on the Fenghu, some 30 years or so ago now. Painful memories don't ever fade away with time. I don't want to bear witness to those scenes again. Once I've finished handling the various tasks at hand, I want to aid the Cloud Knights in their investigation. I'll fly out on a star skiff and trace Ting Yun's original flight path onto the Xianzhou. Rest assured, I will leave no stone unturned.
So they also hold funerals.
You need to keep on living.
Exalting Sanctum. It might be nice if Nansui showed up. The soul soothing ceremony. Sinwood Pavilion.
That tree remained dead for thousands of years, and it figured now's a good time to come.
It's always here that my frame rate goes to shit.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Let's enter.
Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Luofu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous actions of the Nameless. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Luofu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Luofu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a Jade Abacus.
Ah, so that's a Jade Abacus.
Of our allied friendship.
I thought they're meant to be like jewelry, like a bracelet. Jade Abacus? Is this a souvenir?
It could indeed be considered a souvenir of a certain variety, but not one you could find in a gift store. Back when the Alliance was first established, all those thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou ships swore an oath, etching the record into a Jade Abacus. The world may crumble, and the heavens may fall, but this oath shall never be broken. The same is true of this Jade Abacus. It is a record of the Luofu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon. Grip it tightly, and it will send a message to the Jade Abacus here in my hand.
Ah, so you have
no
one
matter
and I
how
have one.
astronomically distant you are, the Lawfu Cloud Knights will always come to the aid of the crew, whatever your need may be.
Wow, now that's what I call a payoff.
Oh, so the whole Shinto ship is like,
Of course,
Xiao.
I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate circumstances. I hope you can understand.
Yup, got it. Say no more. Sure thing.
Thank you for your generosity, General.
I like how you had to clarify that.
Don Hong.
General.
In accordance with the Edict of the Ten Lords Commission, I am hereby authorized to relieve your banishment decree. From this day henceforth, you may come and go freely on the Lawfu.
Nice!
Yeah, nice. Not a complete surprise. Nice. She's not saying that I'm...
But I must remind you that the
Copying
crimes
her.
of Don Feng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale Gorge Waterscape, will not be much moved by the issuance of a paper edict. While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety. Again, I hope you can understand.
Man, they want to kill him.
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. Even my wound is feeling much improved. The occasion calls for a line or two of poetry. Though I feel my efforts would be overshadowed by the erudition of Lady Fu. Another time, perhaps. The Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them. May that voyage be smooth and untrammeled. I bid you farewell.
Oh, okay. Jade Abacus of Allying Oath. One half of the Jade Abacus of Allying Oath gifted to you by Jing Yuan. Hold on to the Jade Abacus and send out information, and the other half will immediately receive it, no matter the distance. The Lawful Cloud Knights will surely arrive at your side and carry out your request. Oh, so it's like a quantum entanglement or whatever thing. Hey, Yanqing.
Oh, hi. I know we haven't got the chance to get acquainted, but I've heard a lot of good things about the crew from the General. I have to say, I'm very impressed.
I'm leaving the Lawfu.
So soon?
Apparently.
I wanted to help the General, but things didn't turn out how I wanted them to be. I've learned my lesson. Also, I have a rather abrupt request. After fighting Dan Heng, I feel like my skills are lacking somewhere. If you have any time to coach me...
Coach you? I think Dan Heng is a better match for you. We could schedule in a couple of rounds. Yeah, I think Dan Heng is a better match for you.
I'm worried that he still holds some grudge against me. But to be honest, I'd love to have another spar with him. Safe travels. Safe travels.
May I ask, how can we help you today at the Seat of Divine Foresight?
Oh. Investigate? Ah, this thing. Looking at the plain color of jade and patina, it's easy to think that such an item is of no particular value, but the golden inlay points to its noble origin.
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gates reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading back anytime soon. She was also asking after you, Dan Heng. I think it'd be best if you update her in person, don't you think?
She must have been worried. I'll return to the train and put her mind at rest.
Yes.
Himiko must be eager to hear about what we've been up to on this mission too, right? Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring something back for the conductor. Have you got any unfinished business on the Xianzhou?
I'd like to visit some of the friends we made along the way. Don't think so. Yeah, some friends.
Oh yeah, there are some people we haven't said goodbye to yet.
Fine, fine. Dan Heng and I will go back to the Express. The two of you come back soon, okay?
Don't worry, Mr. Yang.
You want to come with Mr. Yang?
Dan Heng and I will go back to the Express first. You and March finish up here and come back soon, all right?
When I left the train, I only had time to say a quick goodbye to Himiko. I should go back and give her an update. And thank her for her guidance.
Man, she must be bored out of her mind. What's she been doing? March 7th.
We've been so busy running around in circles, we haven't gotten the chance to say goodbye to friends we've just met. I feel like parting is still such sweet sorrow. Who should I go to first? The Master Diviner? Jingche? The Miracle Doctor? Or what about Master Gongshu? Shall we go and meet them all?
Yes, all of them. Bid farewell to the people you got to know on Shenzhou. Hope you got that list, because I'm looking for him. Stop talking about Zhongshan. Show you. Who are you?
It's humongous. Is that you, big sister?
What?
I knew it was you by the sound of your footsteps.
Ah, this is the blind little girl that Danshu helped me. That Danshu had me help. It's me. I'm planning on leaving the Lofu.
You're leaving?
Yes. You wanna come with?
Thank you for helping me. And thanks to Danshu, too. I should be taller the next time you're back, so I won't be such a burden on everyone. By the way, is Danshu okay? Me and my friends are worried about her.
No, so she does have friends.
We haven't heard from her since the last time she delivered the medicine.
Yeah. She's on sabbatical, studying medicinal pellets. She's dead. Oh, I'll dump the Danshu way and tell her. Straight. She's dead.
Dead? What does dead mean? It doesn't mean going to a really, really, really far away place forever and ever, and never coming back? Like my mommy and daddy?
That's one way of putting it. She committed a serious crime and was executed on the spot. Oh boy.
So Danshu will never come to see us again?
The little girl stares in your direction in silence, but the look in her eyes says a lot.
Thanks for telling me, big sister. Like Danshu always said, we can't expect others to take care of us forever.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, big sister.
Hope you don't grow up to become another Danshu.
It's humongous.
But then again... Alright, is anyone here? How am I gonna find these people? How am I gonna find them?
I don't believe in ghosts.
How am I gonna find them?
I'm guessing seeing you here probably means that your affairs on the Xianzhou are mostly complete.
I'm leaving the Lofu.
Is that it? I thought you were gonna stay for at least a little longer.
You want to come with?
Did Welt learn how to play Celestial Jade in the end? If he hasn't got the hang of it yet, tell him to come see me, and I'll show him the ropes. Oh, I haven't asked you yet. Are you interested in learning yourself?
Of course. Sure, if it's easy to learn. I'll pass. If it's easy to learn.
Ha! I thought so. Come back when you have time. I'll teach you.
Is that gonna be like a minigame?
You can come back anytime and I'll teach you how to play. We're in agreement then. You can come back.
Need your extractor cleaned or your star skiff serviced? Look no further.
No, this guy, unshackled. No. Actually, I should run around here, I guess.
Come on, draw already.
My frames, my frames. There should be nothing there. Balu. There you are. Hello, Balu.
Hello!
I'm leaving the Lofu.
To start your next journey. That's great! I can't wait to escape the commission again. Oh, make sure you come visit. Next time you're here, we'll put my plan into action.
Your plan?
I've got it all figured out. We sneak out, head over to Aurum Alley, and pick out on the snacks there.
Oh, that sounds like a plan. Or I could just go there myself. Better start planning that escape route then. Yeah, I could just go there myself.
I know all the best places. You'll be lost without me. And don't forget to come see me if you get any headaches, fever, tendon pain, joint pain, anything. My treatment is on the house. Remember to come and see me.
Not to say goodbye to Dahao. Why not?
I'd rather go into battle than wait around in realm keeping.
Guess it doesn't matter. No playable character. Alright, moving on. Alright, bookstore. I don't think I need to say goodbye to the bookkeeper. About the guard that I beat up.
My dad is an ace pilot. He finished the Gray Sky route.
Okay, let's see. Aurum Alley. Huh. I'm not sure if anyone will be in the Aurum Alley. Scale Gorge Waterscape. Nah, it's full of enemies. Alchemy Commission. It's full of enemies as well. Arson Ship Commission. Nah. Divination Commission. This would probably be where Fushuan would be. Yeah, she is.
Are you here to say goodbye?
Oh, you divined it. I'm leaving the Lofu.
There's no need to be so anxious. I predict that you will return to the Xianzhou often, and you will definitely continue to trouble us when you do. Therefore, forget about any farewells.
I'm leaving the Lofu. Even if I do return, this is still a farewell, right? Is that really everything you want to say? Yeah, I'm leaving the Lofu.
Alright, okay, I understand. I wish your travels be fleeting of foot, and may your crises be effortlessly resolved.
I'm leaving the Lofu.
May your travels be fleeting of foot, and may your crises be effortlessly resolved.
Who else? Yukong. Central Starskiff Haven. She should be here.
It's getting late. Where to now? Are you off then?
I'm leaving the Luofu.
The Xianzhou Luofu is all the richer for your brief time with us. I offer blessings on behalf of the Skyfaring Commission on the eve of your departure. If you require resupplying during your journey, you can always count on us.
I think Pom Pom will take you up on that offer.
Life is fleeting. We hope you'll have the opportunity to return to us on the Luofu soon.
Who else is there? Let me just take a look at the cast of characters. And maybe that'll jog my memory. Su Sheng. But I've actually never met Su Sheng before, well, personally. Where would they be? Guess I could run around Starskiff Haven, see if I can see them. I think it's all this running water and it's getting my frames to shit. No, Su Sheng. Oh, she's listening to stories, huh?
Hi.
Are you listening to Mr. Xian's stories?
Sure am. Things have been in constant turmoil since I transferred to the Luofu. Now that I've got a little free time, I'm here to listen to some storytelling. Are you... Sorry, I've met so many people recently. You seem unfamiliar. Judging by your clothes, you must be an outworlder.
Why did I decide to suddenly talk to her? Dan Heng told me all about it. I'm Dan Heng's friend. Oh.
Is that so? Well, before you leave, I recommend listening to Mr. Xian's Legend of the High Cloud Quintet.
Ah, High Cloud Quintet.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to be an epic hero. I never get tired of hearing about the quintet. I'm sure you'll love it.
Maybe you'll tell me all
You should bring
about
Dan
it.
Heng along next time. We can chat over some tea. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I won't take any more of your time. Good luck.
Bring Dan Heng next time. What happens if I bring him? What happens if I bring him now?
You should bring Dan Heng along next time.
Damn it! It should have worked. Oh well, whatever. Ming Ming.
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl.
Give me some Star Taro bubble tea. Immortal's Delight. Oh, I'm out of money. Oh well.
How I wish it would talk to...
Cloudford. I don't think so. Stargazer Navalia. Don't think so. Oh, actually, here's this. Nope, that's not it. It will be Cloudford, where there's a safe zone. Where there's a safe zone, you might expect there might be someone you can talk to. The last one I suspect is Locha. Because I'm drawing a blank on who else might be. There's no one here. Exalting Sanctum, we explored it all. Orem Valley, oh we haven't. And Divination Commission. I think this area will be full of enemies. But let's try it. You started the game 9 days ago and have 3 5-star characters? That is good. Because I think I also have 3. Oops, not that. Yeah, I have 3 as well. So yeah, it's good. Let's see. I'll just make it. It doesn't seem like there's anything here. And how am I gonna find out where Locha is? It has to be here. Maybe it's at the very beginning? Let's go. The hell was that? Master Gong Shu. Oh, that's her thing. No wonder that happened. Alchemy Commission. Actually, might be here. And this safe zone is where we met him last. Locha, where are you at? Ten Lords Commission Spiritfarer. Oh boy. Pearl Keeper Yoyan.
You say you're a realm-keeping commission officer? Traveling healer is just
My god, how am I supposed to find him? Is he on the pier? He might be even like near the statue or something. Is he here? There's enemies here. Can't be here. Let's see, Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't know where this mysterious person is. Okay, let's look for quest name.
Nice.
Sequence performed. Give me a second. D-Ting. Oh, Master Gongshu is actually one of them.
Noise.
Okay. Nope. Let's go and talk to Master Gongshu first. He's an artisanship commission. Master Gongshu. Smelter extraordinaire.
The Artisanship Commission has come through hell and high water since the incident. Rebuilding what we lost will drain the years. Our labor filled with blood and sweat and tears.
I'm leaving the Lofu.
For a youngster to deliver a farewell to an old man like me is a rare occurrence in this day and age. I've taken on many a short life apprentice. After leaving the Lofu, they never return. Time, not distance, is the true separator of souls. The lingering sound of bygone music plays, though groweth fainter with the parting ways.
Don't worry, I'll be back. You sound touched, Master Gongshu.
Life is full of farewells, and I've seen more than most. But farewell it is. I shall not sing for you on your way out. I fear the sound would break my heartstrings.
I'm touched.
But farewell it is. I shall not sing for you on...
Anyway, there's D-Ting, which is a Central Starskiff Haven. Little D-Ting.
Where to now?
Apparently there's a little D-Ting here somewhere. Ah, here you are. D-Ting. I'm leaving the loft. You wanna come with? I don't understand. What's that? You gonna miss me? D-Ting lifts his front paws, draws an arch in the air with its round head, turns around and runs off into the distance. Lifts his front paws, draws an arch around the air with its round head. Turns around and runs into the distance. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. Looks like he has something to show you. Push me along. Ah. Is this a gift for me? D-Ting circles around and sits down, expectantly wanting to see you open the chest and get something nice. I guess a dog really is a man's best friend after all. D-Ting. Got a D-Ting. A return gift from parting with the D-Ting.
It only takes 3 days to analyze the entire archives of the Artisanship Commission and customize its own staff profile pic. Master Artisan, I found this in the payroll. What's this money for? You got another treasure for me, buddy? Well, that's it. That is all of it. We don't talk to Lorcha, actually. I thought we did. Anyway.
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate. How long will these ships sail? And which stars are they traveling to?
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-lived species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is nothing compared to the enduring majesty of the stars. And the grief felt here is no different from our own.
We're back. Didn't know you were a poet, Mr. Yang. Sorry to interrupt the poetry. I didn't know you were a poet, Mr. Yang.
Yeah, you're back. Himiko and I were just discussing our journey. This little excursion has reached its conclusion. All things must come to an end. Still, some endings spark a new beginning.
Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys. Welt can stay on the Express.
Since when did the work roster just change like that?
What's our next stop? So we can warp jump as planned this time?
Yes, no more Stellaron Hunter interruptions. It's time to get our original plan back on track. Our next stop is Penacony, remember?
Yes. Penal Colony. I think I need a reminder. Yep, definitely.
The Express's records show that Penacony was a prison planet used by the IPC to exile criminals. At least, it was at the time of recording. However, following a Stellaron burst, the planet fell into the arms of Shipe. They say it's been transformed into a prosperous and ethereal realm. The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express. I was curious about the state of the planet, so I accepted. When the conductor is ready, we can set off for the next stop.
This way, meanwhile, in the shackling prison. Wait, what? Oh.
All who enter here are either jailers or prisoners. Which are you?
Neither. I'm merely a lost traveler.
What a spectacle. The Stellaron, the Ambrosial Arbor, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Lord Ravager. A series of threats that almost succeeded in diverting attention away from the crucial question.
Who are you?
They who brought the Stellaron onto the Xianzhou. What was their motive? Will you surrender, or do you require encouragement? Abomination of Yaoshi.
General, my power does indeed stem from the abundance. But I'm the same as you.
Same.
We are both enemies of Yaoshi.
Nice.
That's right, Jingwen. Stay out of our way. The revival of the Arbor is an omen. It's time for the Xianzhou to choose its next path.
Next path? Path of destruction?
The Rainbow Arbiter, the Plague's author, the Ruin author. This is a chess game between eons. If you don't stand with the winners, you stand to lose. And this time, we will put the abundance in their grave.
Well, there we go. Interlude. Oh. What are you guys doing here? Crowding around Yan Qing, Po Yan Qing. What's going on?
Our time on the Xianzhou has come to an end. Back to the original plan, I suppose?
Yes.
Penacony is throwing a banquet. I've received an invitation from the family. When the conductor is ready, we can set off for the next stop.
The family.
Being surrounded by the universe feels amazing. The Luofu feels like a small corner of something much, much bigger.
Of course it is. Enjoying the view so far?
Yeah. All the challenges of everyday life seem to disappear when you gaze out into the universe.
You should totally visit the Express more often. It's a great place to have even greater fun.
All right. Then I'll be here to bother you more often in the future. I bet there are so many opponents out there in the universe just waiting for me to find them.
Nice. Where's Pom Pom? Where's Pom Pom? Pom Pom, where you at? This is weird. Where's Pom Pom? Oh, there she is. It is. I have no idea the gender. Well, you looks it down, Pom Pom. It's Kate. What's wrong? Every time Pom Pom hears this song, Pom Pom gets a weird sensation. Pom Pom feels like floating about aimlessly in the universe and a little sad. Cascade, do you ever feel like this? I get sentimental easily. Pom Pom never thought you were such a sensitive person. This nameless emotion has been building up in my chest, and Pom Pom just feels sadder and sadder. Sometimes it even makes me feel tired. Cascade, what can Pom Pom do to get rid of this weird feeling? Listen to something else. There's nothing Pom Pom can do. My mind and ears are just full of that song. In any case, please help Pom Pom think up a fix for this, Cascade. You're my only salvation. Find something to distract Pom Pom. Hey, here we go.
Penacony is throwing a banquet. When the conductor is ready...
Well, conductor is sad. Oh, what's this? Investigate. This is Pom Pom's most prized plant. They'll notice if one leaf is ever so slightly darker. If you plucked off a leaf, Pom Pom will perk up a bit, right? Think of another way. There is a small ceramic mug near the edge of the table, and you discover nearly a third of its base extended over the edge. That is to say, if you were to give it the gentlest of nudges, it would smash to pieces. When glass gets broken, Pom Pom will certainly have a wonderful reaction to that. Why? Wonderful reaction. Think of another way. Pom Pom carefully cleans the cushions here every day, and a little dust will quickly be swept away. Lying down with the slippers on will surely make Pom Pom more worked up, right? Think of another way. The hell?
Welcome to the Inner Astral Peace broadcast. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to a new episode of Inner Astral Peace broadcast. We are here to bring you the latest news from across the galaxy.
Have a radio?
Signal transmissions from Urilo 6 have been detected. This could mean that there are still survivors on the icy planet.
The Omen Vanguards have warned the Sigmar 3 galaxy about the potential spread of malignant silicone-eating bacteria.
The armed archaeologists of the Intelligentsia Guild have discovered a miniature galaxy on Helm. Further investigation is being conducted.
It has
Miniature
been
galaxy.
confirmed that the cremators are responsible for the Holstein aphasia. Galaxy Rangers have announced that they are working on retrieving stolen memories, and that the investigation is ongoing.
Let's take a closer look at the details.
A sales rep from the Urilo branch of the Inner Astral Peace Appliances told us that signal transmissions have been detected from Urilo 6. a planet that has been sealed under heavy snow for over 700 years.
Yeah, and I interacted with him.
The IPC responded promptly and performed an analysis on the signals.
The message that the signals contain states that the natives of the planet have survived the catastrophe that happened many Amber eras ago, and recently received help from a group known as the Nameless, which allowed them to put an end to the eternal freeze.
The IPC has sent out investigators to assess the situation on Eurilo 6. Let us hope the survivors can return to the path of preservation as soon as possible.
The Omen Vanguards recently reached out to the IPC and warned about the spread of a certain strain of bacteria.
Members from the Vanguards have asked the IPC to alert the residents that there are signs of an outbreak of a malignant silicone-eating bacteria in Sigmar 3. The bacteria had previously been seen proliferating in Molus 2.
Experts from the Intelligentsia Guild suggest that this type of bacteria can peel off the silicone atoms stored in the vast majority of silicates and silicone compounds via violent biochemical reactions. It will then use these silicone atoms to duplicate itself.
In this process, the bacteria will generate a membrane that is highly corrosive. When not handled properly, this type of bacteria can pose a serious hazard to health and safety.
The IPC calls upon the leaders of mechanical lifeforms in Sigmar 3 to take action to contain the bacteria and safeguard public health.
The spokesperson of the armed archaeologists under the Intelligentsia Guild stated in a recent press conference that a squad dispatched to Helm has discovered a miniature galaxy in a cave located near the planet's southern tropical latitudes.
The squad was conducting demolition missions
Thought
on
they
certain
found it on
mountain
a
ridges
cat's
when
bangle.
they discovered a curious facility in the shape of a container. After investigation, the squad was convinced that there was a subspace field within the facility and confirmed its function.
The squad leader told the IPC that the subspace field they had discovered was in fact a miniature artificially made galaxy.
Artificial.
And that they were fairly certain that it was still populated as they spoke.
As of now, the squad has been carrying out further work in an attempt to contact the galaxy's residents. We will bring you more updates on this developing story as they become available.
A member of the Galaxy Rangers who wishes to remain anonymous claims that the cremators are behind the Holstein aphasia that occurred in early 2157 AE.
Research from reliable sources suggests that certain criminal groups snatched all the memories relating to language from the residents of Holstein via unconventional means.
The residents of Holstein have since lost the ability to produce speech. To this day, the Holstein galaxy remains silent.
The entire galaxy?
There is some good news, though. With the help of the IPC, the residents of Holstein have learned to communicate through written language.
And this is the end of our broadcast. Please tune in
They
for our next
stole
episode.
their language.
Thank you. for
That's
listening.
interesting.
Goodbye.
These are for the Riddlers? Peaceful prime time. Well, anyway, let's kick up the dirt. Lie down. Before you even have time to place both feet up on the cushion, Pom Pom charges over.
Stop! 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 How can you lie down here with your slippers on like that? Pom Pom breaks their back cleaning up around here every day. Pom Pom just can't let their guard down, can they? Whenever Pom Pom isn't paying attention, a calamity is about to happen.
This is what I came up with. Seems like you're no longer depressed.
Oh, so that's your plan all along. Seems like it kinda worked. But next time, please don't do this. This is Pom Pom's most cherished cushion.
Well, at least I didn't smash a Or pluck out a leaf. Oh my god. Yeah, it feels it feels bad for Pom Pom. About to say Paimon. Well, anyway. Let's see. I think that was like a book that I discovered on Shinto. Stardust Rose. Travelogue. List of arch enemies. Yeah, so I must have gotten all the list. Yeah, so we'll read one, depending on how long it is, and then yeah, let's see what we can do from there. Travelogue on Shinto. All Life Species Part 2. Cleo. Who's speaking? Dearest teacher Todd Riordan. Oh, okay. Okay, Sister Mara. Cleo. I hope this letter finds you well. First and foremost, I hereby declare I voluntarily relinquish any right to claim remuneration from Scholar Cleo regarding this article. Recently, I finally got acquainted with a few employees of the Alchemy Commission, which cost a lot of money, hoping to get some knowledge from them that ordinary outworlders can't get. I have sweet-talked them, and poured who knows how many caddies of dragon spring brew into them, but I still couldn't get them to show me the medical books and pharmacopoeia that cannot be released to the public. In their words, this can cause you to lose your head. The good news is that they were finally impressed by my sincerity and were willing to share with me some medical reports that were of little value to them. These medical reports were about the natural death of Foxians. I have attached an original report to this letter, so please pick it up for yourself. In terms of coming to the end, the natural death of Foxians, like the ultimate end of all long-life species, is shrouded in a fog that is difficult to penetrate with superficial science and technology. During the vast majority of Foxians' life, a large number of all-powerful stem cells are stored in numerous organs of their body. These all-powerful stem cells will continuously repair the physical body of Foxians, allowing aging and damage to be healed in a short period of time, until a few years before their end of life. The number of these all-powerful stem cells gradually decreases, but still remains sufficient to maintain their ageless appearance. At the age of 250 to 450 years, note the median age is 307 years, when these all-powerful stem cells come to a complete halt and lose their ability to divide freely. What ensues is a death that comes with multiple organ failure. The natural death comes quickly, with patients often dying within 3 to 4 days after the all-powerful stem cells have lost their ability to divide. The good thing is that most of them are prepared for the various age-related diseases that begin to develop in their organs, so it is typically not too late to prepare for the aftermath. Of course, neither the Alchemy Commission nor I could figure out what factor prompts these all-powerful stem cells to suddenly fail at some point in time. Over 20 years ago, when the Intelligentsia Guild fought the Barson, we did some related experiments. I don't know if you remember. Oh, you shouldn't remember. You weren't even that old then. At that time, we removed the livers of some of the Barson and found that they turned into a huge, aggressive, cancerous mass. Within a few hours, considering the phylogenetic relationship between the Barson and Foxians, I think the principles involved are probably similar. There's something else that is unexplainable. There have been many case studies where the entire liver of a Foxian patient is completely removed, but there has never been a record of a Foxian turning into a cancerous mass. In fact, most Foxians grow a new liver after such a procedure and are discharged from the hospital with a normal recovery, although the records do show that losing a liver results in a much slower to regenerate compared to the loss of other organs. I currently believe there are two explanations for this. One, Foxian all-powerful stem cells aren't generated at the liver,
but just gather there for some reason, which explains why the regeneration rate becomes slower after losing the entire liver. Number 2, Foxians have some kind of biological difference with the Borosin, and this subtle but huge difference determines the difference between the Shentel natives and the abominations of abundance. Obviously, the incomplete immortality of Foxians is not accessible to us, but I find that there is still a considerable degree of commercial value in it. While these all-powerful stem cells aren't actually all-powerful, they can still enable Foxians to maintain their youthful appearance until their demise. Cleo, before I set out, you said to me, Teacher Riordan, I do not want to live forever. In living so long, even the more interesting things in life become meaningless, but I'm afraid of getting old. Aging is terrifying. I didn't pay much heed to you at the time, and probably was even a little cold to you, but now I have to say that you were probably right. Most of the potential customers we can find in the cosmos probably hold the same thoughts as you do. They don't necessarily intend to live as long as the universe itself, but they merely wish to preserve their youth or beauty in the fleeting time they have left. That they have. If you're not busy these days, do some market research for me. Maybe the Foxian all-powerful stem cells will allow us to make a lot of money from eternal youth. If I die without achieving this, then the patent is all yours. Your dearest teacher, Todd Riordan.
Wait, so trying to extract Foxian stem cells to research them? And probably fabricate new ones? But isn't that the same as elixir seekers? Well, I guess it'll be safer than what do you call it? Safer than all the fruits of the ambrosial arbor. Anyway, let's see. List of arch enemies. Lord Ravager, the Borisons, Heliobi. Wingweavers. Alright, it's about the Wingweavers. Okay, species primates, family hominids, subspecies feathered. The Wingweavers are ancient and established foes of the Alliance, and the main branch of the denizens of abundance. The original planet remains unknown. According to currently available information, Wingweavers reside in a living tree-shaped world named Moldrasil. Through the outstretched branches of Moldrasil, the armies of the Wingweavers warp to different worlds to plunder resources and lives. In the Wingweavers' culture, any terrestrial sentient races that cannot fly are called residents of dirt, while the Wingweavers call themselves the Cloud Lords. They enslave other sentient races, making these races produce resources and maintain their world tree. Based on the fragmented historical records of the history of the Shentel, our first contact with the Wingweavers can be traced back to the primeval Imperium era, before the Shentel fleet set sail. Winged barbarians arrived from beyond the sky, slaughtered and plundered, and conducted evils uncountable. The Sovereign raised armies and annihilated the invaders, imprisoning numerous magicians of the Feathered Ones and obtaining their miraculous recipes. This is the reason the Shentel fleet set sail. The Sovereign, whose name has been erased from history, dispatched our ancestors to seek immortality from a god in the deep stellar seas. The Wingweavers invaded the Shentel fleet for the second time during the Flaming Catastrophe War. They cast down their branches and almost annihilated the Lawfu. If the Rainbow's Lux Arrow had not arrived and severed the Ambrosial Arbor, the war would have ended the Lawfu. The Utrez Divination Commission observed the destruction of Moldrasil at around year 5320 of Star Calendar. The Antimatter Legion destroyed the Wingweavers' home almost instantly. Since then, many Wingweavers have become lost wanderers in space, reduced to mercenaries and intergalactic pirates. Physiology. Compared to standard humans, the Wingweavers' anatomical features are more akin to that of birds. They possess highly developed back muscles, a pair of multiple pairs of feathered wings, elongated feet, and powerful toe structures that can push them off the ground. The Wingweavers are masters of flight, with cruise speed up to 400 km per hour. Good dang. Their bones and muscles contain special
vacuoles that allow them to perform rapid dives and astounding bursts of acceleration. Similarly, such structures allow them to fly and move in the vacuum of outer space. They still need to periodically leave vacuum environments to obtain air. Cloud Knights need to be mindful of the following 2 points when fighting Wingweavers. Be wary of their volleys when fighting from a distance, and suppress their flight and mobility using our advantage in weight and stamina when fighting in melee. Technology. The technology that the Wingweavers demonstrated in intergalactic warfare allows us to deduce that their civilization had experienced a great decline. On the one hand, they possess branches that allow them to spacewalk. On the other hand, their resource supplies and weapon manufacturing are completely reliant on plundering external parties, or on trade with other denizens of abundance. They are found to have been equipped with the weapons and armors of Barisans during all 3 denizens of abundance wars. Politics. The Wingweavers allot their positions in Moldrossil strictly according to their social structure. The one residing at the topmost branch is the master of the Holy Celestine Nest, the Wingperer of the Wingweavers. Traditionally, he or she is considered an emanator of abundance. They are responsible for guiding Moldrossil's growth and making it thrive, and for nurturing all the winged people. Under them are the Sky Defenders, the warrior class, the hymn singers, the academics and secretaries, the infant nurturers, the servant class, and the bow pickers, the laborers. Below Moldrossil's 5 major castes are the residents of the dirt, the lowest of the low, including all sentient races from other worlds that do not possess the ability to fly. As Moldrossil has been destroyed, the exact political structures of the Wingweavers are no longer clear. The IPC's intelligence mentioned that all Wingweavers scattered throughout the universe now belong to a certain Wingweavers mercenary company. And what of the relationship between Moldrossil and the Ambrosial Arbor? There is no concrete evidence to indicate they are related. According to the speculations of the Utrecht Divination Commission, there might be more than one world, like Moldrossil. The Wingweavers' Peacock Angel Legion is on the move again. Information remains to be updated. Peacock Angel Legion. Is that the mercenary corps? Man, there's so much stuff. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Wait. You messaged me. Don Hung. For anything related to developing, come find me. Cascade, are you busy these days? I would like to ask you to accompany me on a certain task. Something wrong? Want me as a bodyguard? Yeah, bodyguard. So you're worried that someone on the Shinto might want to hurt you and you want me as your bodyguard? You jest. I want to meet the current High Elder of the Lofu Vidyadhara. I want to ask about some bygone matters, so that I will better understand what I can still do to make amends for my past life. I'll see this through. Do I have to be there? This feels like a really formal occasion. Do I have to be there? I fear complications will arise if I go alone. But with you present, things are different. I heard you helped save that dragon lady. It will make things much easier to handle. I will wait for you at Sinwood Pavilion in Exalting Sanctum. See you there. A place where it lags. Back in business. Alright, I'll do this in my own time. There. Orm Ellie's Hustle and Bustle. I won't do this yet. Next stream I'll do World Quest on the Shinto Lofu. Yeah. And then I should be able to do the event after that. And also being involved in reading as well, so you know. What the fuck?
Welcome to the Inner Astral Peace broadcast. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to a new episode of Interastral Peace Broadcast. We are here to bring you the latest news from across the galaxy.
Signal transmissions from Urilo 6 have been...
I gotta remember to turn it off. Alright, so that's the plan for next time. Alright, I'll see you guys then. Next stream will be Genshin Impact. What are we doing? We're finishing off the Narcissan Cruise Adventure Teams World Quest. Alright, I'll see you there. Yeah, Peach.